Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, we are 11 days away from the 2026 Daytona 500. It is Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Day. Hopefully. It's supposed to rain. We do have the wet weather package. We do know that, I believe it's 12:30 on Fox app, and a lot of people are mad about that. And 3:30 I think it is on Fox, and then 6:30 on Fox for the last chance qualifier and the clash itself. From my understanding, the way it's going to work is the practice will be broken down into three groups: the bottom third, middle third, top third of the field. They're going to let the kind of lower tier cars run first. That way, it kind of represents the track. That way, when the better, obviously the chase from last year, or the playoffs from last year, they go out, they'll have a little bit of an advantage over the other teams, which they should because they're higher in points. I understand that. We're not going to have the heat races, so basically what's going to happen is they're going to go out, they're going to run, each group will get 2 8-minute practice sessions, run as many laps as you want in this practice. Then the third time they go out, each group will be broken into half, so at that point there'll be 8-minute practice, 8-minute practice, 8-minute practice, and then they'll do it again. And then that group one will be broken into 2 groups for 4-minute qualifying. So you get how many laps you can get in 4 minutes. Your fastest of those group of laps is your qualifying speed. And they'll do that for each group. And then we'll take the top 20. They move on to the main event of the clash. Everybody else goes to the other 18 cars go to the last chance qualifier. The winner of the last chance qualifier moves on, and whomever is highest in points that has not already made the main event, the clash, will move up as well. So that is the events today. From my understanding, haven't heard this directly from NASCAR, but some people within the industry, Friday might be the drop dead date. For some reason, we don't race today. Friday might be the drop dead date with this event. We have to be in Daytona on Wednesday for practice and qualifying. So the circuits that is Fox and NASCAR has to be there Tuesday to get set up. Yeah, historic snow in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. What do? Mother Nature. Mother Nature just hates NASCAR sometimes. Alright, so we are 11 days away from that Daytona 500. Car number 11 has won multiple Daytona 500s. Obviously 3 with Denny Hamlin. The car number 11 has the second most starts in NASCAR history, 2,236. To put that in perspective, the 43 has the most starts at 2,312, so it's not far behind. There's been 2,786 races in NASCAR history. So the 43 was in 82.9% of NASCAR races. The number 11 has been in 80% of the NASCAR races since 1949. So from June 19th, 1949 through November 2nd, 2025, the number 11 was in 80% of the NASCAR races, while the 43 was in 82%. 2 most iconic numbers. Number 11 has the most wins, 240. Has the most top 5s, 841. The most top 10s, 1,142. The most poles, 178. 70 different drivers have driven the number 11, 13 different winners. Oh yeah, there's 8 championships involved as well. Ford, 815 races of those 2,239. Toyota, 709. Chevrolet, 629. Oldsmobile, 74. Buick, 64. Studebaker, 17. And Plymouth, 12. Alright, the who's who of NASCAR history has driven this car, it seems like. Denny Hamlin, Ned Jarrett, Kelly Yarborough, Darrell Waltrip, Terry Labonte, Gina Johnson, Jeff Boutin. The list goes on and on. This is not an all-inclusive list. You can actually go to driveraverages.com and get the all-inclusive list of 70 drivers who have driven this. This is just a small snapshot of some of the top numbers. So, number 1, 721 starts in the number 11. The one and only Denny Hamlin. All 60 of his wins. He's only driven the car at 11. 248 top 5s, 376 top 10s, average finish of 13.2. Gentleman Jarrett drove the number 11 324 times, 49 wins, 182 top 5s, 232 top 10s, average finish of 8.3, and 2 NASCAR Cup Championships, 1961 and 1965. Brett Bodine drove for Junior Johnson. Now, this was also the end of Junior Johnson's run as a car owner in NASCAR. This was also the time and place where a lot of drivers would build their own team or buy teams, and Brett Bodine ended up buying the Junior Johnson Associates team and split it off into Brett Bodine Racing. Still had the number 11, went through some sponsor issues, and just didn't have as good luck as some other people. 259 starts, 7 top 10s, average finish of 26.9. The great Cale Yarborough, 237 starts, 55 of his wins came in as number 11, 158 top 5s, 172 top 10s, average finish of 8.4. And don't forget, not 1, not 2, but 3 championships in a row, 1976, 77, and 78. And then Darrell Waltrip took over the car for Cale. When Cale left to go drive for Harry Ranier, and Darrell Waltrip took over the number 11. 178 starts, 43 wins, 112 top 5s, 133 top 10s, average finish of 8.8. And 3 championships as well, 81, 82, and 85. Darrell had ended up leaving Junior Johnson, number 11, to go drive for the number 17 for Hendrick Motorsports, and eventually he bought that team from Rick Hendrick. That car was taken over at that point by Terry Labonte. 92 starts, 4 wins, 33 top 5s, 52 top 10s, average finish of 13.0. Then it was taken over by Bill Elliott, I believe. 90 starts, because Bill Elliott almost won the 1992 Winston Cup in that number 11. 6 wins, 26 top 5s, average 44 top 10s, average finish of 13.8. Jeff Bodine had 55 starts in that number 11 for Junior Johnson, the 11 Budweiser car. 4 wins, 16 top 5s, 24 top 10s, average finish of 14.2. And of course, the man that started Junior Johnson Associates Racing, one of the legendary car owners and drivers in NASCAR history, the one and only Junior Johnson, beyond Denny Hamlin, the guy that has the most starts in NASCAR without a championship. But when he drove the number 11, he did 54 races, 11 wins, 25 top 5s, 29 top 10s, and average finish of 11.8. Now, championships in 3 decades for the number 11, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Just so rich history. That number 11 has been there since day one of NASCAR. One of the most iconic numbers. In the Xfinity Series, those numbers are still there as well. 1,073 starts, 37 wins among 37 wins among 5 drivers. 59 drivers drove with number 11. 202 top 5s, 399 top 10s. First race February 13th, 1982. Last race was November 1st, 2025. Jack Ingram also won a couple championships in the Xfinity car. 273 starts, 30 wins, 121 top 5s, 163 top 10s, average finish of 11.2. Justin Haley, 99 starts in the number 11 Xfinity car, 4 wins, 23 top 5s, 65 top 10s, average finish of 11.2. Brian Scott, 97 starts, 5 top 5s, 23 top 10s, average finish of 18.5. Paul Menard had some time in the 11 Xfinity car, 83 starts, 1 win, 13 top 5s, 31 top 10s, average finish of 17.0. Elliott Sadler, 66 starts, 1 win, 16 top 5s, 45 top 10s, average finish of 10.3. One of the first drivers for Colic Racing, drove the number 11 Lee Filter car, was Blake Koch. 66 starts, 10 top 10s, average finish of 17.3. And we move on to the Craftsman Truck Series. Again, championships and wins and everything. 295 starts among 30 drivers. 5 drivers won 25 races. 78 top 5s. 106 top 10s. First race February 15th, 1995. Last race was October 31st, 2025. The reigning NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion, Corey Heim. 70 starts in at number 11. 21 wins. 45 top 5s. 58 top 10s. Average finish of 6.3. I know a lot of people look at those stats and then the first thing they say is, why isn't he in Cup? He needs to be in Cup. You need to replace Bubba Wallace with him. You're not going to replace a fully sponsored race-winning driver with a driver who's never won in that series. You're not going to do that. He doesn't bring the sponsorship that Riley Herbst brings. I'm sorry, in 2026, it is about sponsorship. It is about money coming in the door because these teams cost so much to run. I understand what Ram is doing with Kaulig. Ram is bringing the sponsors. Kaulig just had to build the trucks and bring the drivers. Which, yes, that does help Kaulig. That does help the Ram trucks get better drivers because there's more money coming in because of the sponsorship that Ram is doing. Dodge will probably do the same thing when they come to Cup with Kaulig Racing, which I'm assuming it'll be AJ Allmendinger and then maybe another driver instead of Ty. Maybe they added a third team. I know the rumor is as soon as 2027 Dodge will be in Cup. Don't know after the lawsuit, this hasn't been talked about, but prior to the lawsuit, there were 4 charters NASCAR was holding on to for the new OEM, which obviously would be Dodge. From my perspective and guess, one of those charters, because the charter agreement is only maxed at 3 charters per team, except the 2 teams that were grandfathered in. One of those charters would go to Kaulig Racing. The other 3 more than likely would go to Rick Ware Racing. I think they would switch over to Dodge and be that second Dodge team. I say that because as of right now, one of the Rick Ware charters is being leased to RFK for 2026. They have an agreement in place to sell charter to Legacy Motor Club in 2027. So that would leave them with the one they're leasing currently to RFK, but you can only lease a charter 1 year at a time. So they would basically have to sell the charter they're leasing to RFK and then move their current charter to the lease over at RFK. Why would they do that? My guess is they're just going to sell that charter to RFK and then Dodge would come in. So Rick Ware would announce going to Dodge. They would have the 3 charters. That's my guess right now. I don't know for sure unless they bring another team in, and we'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, that is my prediction. So, but number 11, rich history. David Starr, 50 starts, 1 win, 10 top 5s, 20 top 10s, average finish of 13.6. Ben Kennedy, yes, the Ben Kennedy that runs NASCAR, 26 starts in the Truck Series, 4 top 5s, 8 top 10s, average finish of 14.3. TJ Bell, 25 starts, 1 top 5, 5 top 10s, average finish of 17.7. Spencer Davis, 25 starts, 1 top 10, average finish of 21.4. Oh, and then also I think that when Legacy Motor Club gets that 3rd charter in 2027, that's where Corey Heim ends up. I know everyone wants him at 23-11, but I think he's going to be kind of like a lot of drivers have done, is that first year he'll be over at Legacy Motor Club in 27. Remember, Denny Hamlin signed a 2-year contract extension, 26 and 27. So in 2028, that 11 car becomes open. My prediction, this early in, I could see this actually happening, is Tyler Reddick leaves 23-11, goes to Joe Gibbs Racing to replace Denny Hamlin, brings back the 18, so Gibbs would have 18, 19, 20, and 54, with Bell, Reddick, Briscoe, and Gibbs. The 11 goes to 23-11. Corey Heim takes over the 11 for 23-11. This will be 2028. Bubba, as long as he's still winning, still fully sponsored, and then Riley Herbst. As of right now, that's my guess. Now, obviously, things can change. We know 26 has got a lot of drivers' contracts here for a lot of drivers. We could have just a Russian roulette of driver changes for 27, like we've had in the past, but we'll see what happens there. But who knows? But based on what we see right now and based on my feelings on things, that's what I see happening. And I know Corey Heim is not going to be in Joe Gibbs. We know there's some animosity there with Ty and Corey. And so I don't think they're going to boot Riley Herbst out after the end of this year because he's fully sponsored. But just my prediction. As always, thanks for watching our sports show. We're 11 days away from Daytona. It is Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Day. As always, thanks for watching our sports show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Our sports show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.